Hey everyone, this is my Patreon proud reaction to the first episode of Ore no Nonai Sentakushi ga Gakuen Love Comedy wa Zenryoku de Jamashiteiru, or NouCome for short. And this being a Patreon proud reaction basically just means that it's a reaction series that was requested by a Patreon supporter who was at a high enough reward tier to do so. If you're interested in learning more about how that works, you can go to my Patreon, which is linked in the description box below. Also, this is a semi-blind reaction, which means to show that I have technically seen before, but it's been long enough since I've seen it to where there will be plenty of blindness to be had in the reaction. I watched this when it first came out in 2013, so it's been like roughly 5 years since I've seen it. So yeah, I think that's enough time for that to be the case. But yeah, what's this show about? It's basically about a guy who has life choices in a very physical, visual form to make at random intervals. At least that's what I remember. And it pretty much usually leads to some hilarious situations. Definitely a concept that I really enjoy the idea of and would love to see just more of that idea in general, just randomly forced to make these decisions that either one will probably ruin your life in some capacity, but you have to pick your poison. It's a pretty funny concept, really. And I do remember enjoying this anime quite a bit, so I am looking forward to just watching it again with you guys. I think this will be pretty fun. Now, before I get into it, since this is a new series, I need to say how I do things. Now, I did not show the full anime footage and audio in the reaction video itself for copyright reasons. I just have the subtitles down below, which does technically have a little bit of footage behind it, as well as a timer in the corner to help you follow along with me. And if you do want a more ideal experience, you can grab your own copy of the show, just kind of stick it in front of the timer and sync it all up with me, and it'll all be great. So, you know, that's pretty much everything I have to say before I get into it, so let's just get into it. 3, 2, 1, play. A very weird looking dog. Nobody seems to be listening. Oh, now they are. Why is he... Was he helping two people at the same time? That doesn't seem physically possible. Take it home? Sell it on eBay? Well, yes, that goes without saying. That was an evil look. Yes, gotta keep up appearances in our love comedy anime. You wouldn't want people to think poorly of you, but yeah, you know what beckons you. You must grab it. It's there. It needs you. It needs a home. You know it. Yeah, I think his willpower's destroyed. And here we go. It's choice time. Press it against your face and smell it, or eat it. Both sound so wonderful, but I guess A would probably be the better choice. And here I thought the choices were to take it home or not, but he gets a new set of choices. Well, you have to, that's the whole idea. And you already know that, dude. And of course, somebody's just gonna walk by as he smells it, isn't he? Because it is obvious which he would choose if given the choice. Because it's probably not healthy to eat it. Oh no. Now we have witnesses. And a fish. That poor fish. Grabbing that ass. Definitely understandable. Yes, he made his choice. And people get to watch. I'm sure that will help his reputation immensely. At least it wasn't one of his friends that saw it, if he has friends. Now with far more gorgeous butts. There's nothing weird about that. You'll understand when you're older, kids. What mean children? Can't a guy enjoy his magazine in peace? It's a cool name. Yes, and that's what makes it entertaining. If you didn't have to pick one, what would be the point? Illogical. I'd say that's a pretty standard thing to do when you come across a magazine like that. Am I alone in this? And now the opening. I feel like those skirts should fall a bit more than that. But I guess it cuts away before it does. which is unfortunate. Because handstands and miniskirts kind of go together like peanut butter and jelly. Don't assault that poor girl. Just ride that spaceship like it's just normal to do. I wish they would trade outfits with like any of the girls. Oh, look at all those girls. Definitely some cute ones. Wow, I think you have enough snacks there. Yeah, she's definitely cute. Wow, those are a lot. I think I tried to combine the words abundant with bountiful there. It just ended up a bit wrong. Yeah, the opening really does not give me a very good idea of what to expect, because I don't think there are spaceships to ride in the show. I could be wrong. The handstand segment is oddly entertaining. The choice that put my life in motion. I've heard that quote before, but a little bit different. Everyone's a pilot of their own life. But life is all about choices. It just kind of... That is definitely true. And that logic also applies to video games, especially with something like a visual novel. A dolphin! You can tell he likes it, just look at that dolphin. Oh! What do choices mean to you? Wow, that's Steve Jobs. Invent things. That is a better choice, given the options. Yes. Some very important decisions. I mean, that one may have been a mistake. Yes. Yeah, you don't want to eat a cactus. That would end poorly. Wow. Yeah, Taika. Wow, Little Mermaid. I wish it gave me a bit longer to read the choices. Because it's hard to read when the light flashes in front of them. You know what I mean? Climates. Do karate. How long is this thing gonna last? I get the idea. Oof. Yeah, don't give up. It's a very nice calligraphy there. But no, fight with swords. Yeah. Uh, always become a samurai. I guess it is. That's certainly one take on Einstein. You do that. Do you have a nickname, sir? Nice. Play the game. Always a good choice. Okay, I think it's finally over now. But I definitely got the idea. Depending on if choices were made slightly different, the world will be very different now. That's the point. Yes. Some choices more important than others, of course. Meanwhile, in Japan... I haven't really met many main characters yet, just the main protagonist so far. Uh, good morning, ma'am. Can I help you? I need I need to go to school. I need an adult. Yes. I will try. Ugh. Yeah, not how you want to start your morning. Like, wow, this is a nice school. It's like a rich school. Oh, there's another main girl. Well, a main girl. Rude. I just said good morning. Is she a tsundere? Ugh. Why is that my nickname? Sunday, I think. Oh. I was up by 1. Oh. So, calling him an insect, which is a joke, okay. It doesn't necessarily involve him. Interesting logic, I guess. As long as it doesn't involve calling me a maggot. You want to tell the joke, don't you? Well, I'm curious, what is the joke? What the heck? Wow. That was funny and cute, so I do get the joke, yes. Mushi is like ignoring. I get it. That was pretty clever. And the delivery was really, really cute. I want to see that again. Oh, here we go. I saw boobs. What was the choice? I'm pretty sure that's the same thing. Okay. What will you choose, man? Okay. He was stout. So, say it again. So that everyone can hear. It was a little weird. Yes, I did, but not because I wanted to. It's close enough. Yes, just making the girls feel uncomfortable, which is always fun to do. I love the focus. Well, who doesn't? Never never a bad time to say the word. Yes, I totally understand, but don't want to overdo it in class. She has a very interesting personality, that's for sure. Yes, if she wasn't, this could have ended badly. Yes. Oh, not again. We just had one. What now? He's not giving up on that. That's the same thing, just a different word for it. Just touch hers already. Uh, it sounds like he's dying inside as he says it. No, just yeah, you're not. Oh, what was in the bag? Nice. I appreciate the view. The window, didn't you see? Don't pay attention, man. Makes sense to me. Although you could hit someone in the head with a bag, you know. And again, what's in there? It's been a long day. Yeah, what's in there? Like, human organs, perhaps? The company. Okay, so that's the company name. Huh. I wouldn't have guessed that. Want me to find out, I suppose. Oh, okay. That's good to have in school. Any opinion matters. Oh, I'm sure that had some results. Uh, yes, I would help with that. I mean, former idol's another way of saying not an idol, so. Is that... I'm pretty sure that's illegal. Yes, it is. But I'll take it. What are you thinking? Probably, but we should put it to good use. Uh... Yes. It's an interesting nickname. That's friendly as always. Gotta have more bug jokes. Oh, now I am curious. Animal candy, maggot flavored. No thank you. I wouldn't eat it. Oh, it even looks like a maggot. Oh god. That's really gross. Oh, that's really gross. Oh, just shove it right in his mouth. Is it really not gross? Of course it is. uh, Hopefully that was wiggling because of gravity and not because it's alive. No. Oh, okay. I guess, yeah, that'd be a bug joke too. Okay, that would make, no, I would not eat it. Uh, Clean up whatever mess you're making over there. As you did it. Yeah, you clearly vomited off screen. Barely off screen. Wow. They backed up. Oh, could they sense a choice was coming? Okay, what's... Well, obviously you'll choose number one. Since today. You gotta do it, man. There's no choice. I'm sure people will appreciate it. Yes, never a Dilma when he's in your class. They know this is a thing that he does, just random strange things. Yes. I'm sure you have quite a reputation at school. But there's only 3 of them. I guess the other 2 is yet to be met. Shazam. And here we go. There are some pretty cute girls in that class. Not really, I prefer when the girls to do that. They really do go with the flow, don't they? I guess, yeah, because he hasn't done the other part yet. Here we go. Yes, that is how you know he's a real man. Just crying. Yeah, that's gotta suck. Oh. What are you doing here? You're like 3 feet tall. But if I had to venture a guess, I'd say you're the teacher, because of course you are. By God, you know. She got a kick out of that response. No. You're the one that took it off, so... You know, that's not a very good defense in court, is it? Being able to just say that voice in your head told you to do it. Oh, does she know about it? Okay, yeah, she does actually know about it. And I chose what I could best choose. I think that was objectively the safest thing to choose. Yeah, it's not a big deal. It'll be a baby. Just a bit, but... A flip phone. What decade do you think this is, Sensei? I want to see the other the other two Reject 5 members. Oh, let's hurry up back. I mean, it shouldn't take that long to get there. I mean, this is a big school, so maybe it would. Well, another day at school for our main character, Kanade. Not again. Can one of our choices be to bury her out back somewhere? Oh, we are getting a choice here. No? Oh, I wish the choices wouldn't be so similar. To where it makes it obvious which one he would choose. It's horrible. I feel the pain. It's just... If I was him, I would just spend most of my hours in my bedroom. Oh, again. Not much of a choice. I mean, that's not really choices. But yeah, obviously option 1, that's not even a contest. No, no, we don't want that. That's some world-ending stuff right there. Yeah, no. We've had enough of her for one day. But you gotta make a choice. You have to be insane to choose number 2, so get ready to catch her. And oof, that was a terrible catch. But I think she nailed the landing. I definitely think she did. The camera work in this shot is great. That is a panty shot. That is how you do a panty shot right there. Just that is next level. And she is pretty cute, and even has a silly hat. What? What? What exactly did you come here to do? I don't see how you could help. Watch the rest, don't watch the rest. I mean, I guess I do have to choose one of those. But it's not a true anime until a girl falls from the sky. Very interesting ED. Yeah, definitely more characters to meet, though. Very masculine attire. Okay. Uh, I guess it's another choice he made. I'm sure he did. Exactly, so what's the problem? I mean, doesn't everyone have that? Possibly. I guess he's a super popular musician. I mean, sounds like a great song to me. Unfortunately, I couldn't read both subs at the same time, but... Oh, nice to meet you, Ophelia Saga. Well... Yeah, she did call him a maggot, but it was just a bug joke, so... Okay, well, that was the first episode of NouCome. And this episode, I mean, it introduced the world of his, I mean, it introduced the concept of choices and how important that is, like 5 minutes straight of just showing examples of important choices in history, you know. You got famous people like Steve Jobs, just Albert Einstein, some Sengoku period stuff, you know. So just all sorts of stuff. I can't remember them all off the top of my head, but a lot of important stuff like that, historical figures, important choices that helped shape the world that we know of it today, and basically making sure that the audience understands just how important choices can be. And that's definitely true. Like, just all it takes is one wrong choice, and like a full-on route can be forever locked away from you. And unlike video games, you can reset to a previous save point. You can't do that in real life. If you make a poor choice, it can permanently lock you off from somebody's route. Just yes, or keep you in prison for the rest of your life. So yeah, choices are pretty important. So I definitely got that impression. But yeah, our main character Kanade, like I said, he has to make choices about things, random choices that well, the voice in his head. It's kind of like God though. Uh, random choices he gives him, which are obviously pretty funny. My one complaint about that is that a lot of the choices seem to be like, do this or do this but slightly worse. And that's like, oh, well, obviously I'll just choose do this over do this, but slightly worse. Like, I feel like it did that a bit too much, because when you do that, it's no longer giving someone a choice, it's really just telling them to do something. That's why I wish they wouldn't do it quite like that. Like, I mean, the magazine ones were different enough that I liked them, where you either sniffed it, you know, rubbed it against your face, or you ate it. Those were different enough. I mean, you could tell which one was better, of course, but they were still different enough. And I like that, but the whole, you know, tell her to hold me, or tell her to hold me and unleash her primal desire. Like, that's basically what I'm talking about right there. Is like, it's the same choice, just one's slightly worse, so you just choose the other one. That's my only real nitpick with the choices. I do hope that they're not like that going forward, but there was a little bit too much of that in the episode for my liking. So I do hope they kind of really give us some good choices, personally, going forward. But yeah, Kanade's our main character. He made his first choice in the episode, which was the magazine one. He came across a magazine in the middle of the park or whatever, and he had to make a choice of what he wanted to do with it. Would he take it home with him? Would he leave it? Would he look at it? What would he do? And then he was given a bit of a different choice, a bit more magical choice. It's a bit of a different choice, and he made his choice. Of course, you know, eating it would have been acceptable too, you know, but as usual, he takes the easy choice. That's what he usually does. And some kids saw it, so, you know, his reputation took a bit of a hit there, but as we saw at school, his reputation isn't exactly great to begin with. He made his way to school. His friend, Yukihira, which every time I hear that name, I think of the family name of Soma from Food Wars, so that's a bit unfortunate, but yeah, Yukihira, she seems interesting. Like, definitely has a very weird personality. We first introduced to her calling him Maggot, so that kind of made me think she was a bit of a mean character, but that's not quite accurate. She's just really weird, you know. Not exactly weird, not exactly mean, but yeah, she's clearly friends with Kanade. You know, that's pretty obvious. She was just telling a bug joke. And the first bug joke, which was just calling a maggot, was okay. But the second bug joke was much, much better when she just ignored him. You know, mushi, the Japanese word for bug, also can be referred to as ignoring someone. I mean, it's not an original joke, like I've heard it before in other stuff, but it was still funny nonetheless. But what really made it great was her change of voice and everything when she like tried to explain the joke to him. Because you kind of had to explain the joke in that case because it's kind of hard to get otherwise. Because the joke itself is literally just not saying anything. So I get it, but just she was just really cute as she explained it. Just some good work with the voice actors there. I really enjoyed that a lot. Probably one of the highlights of the episode for me. But just we also had another character showed up. Her name was Oka, Uog, something like that. I have the MyAnimeLIst page characters up next to me, so I think that's who that was. But anyway, she showed up, just like tossed her bag to the window and then jumped in after it to avoid, like, you know, counselors, teachers, whatever. Which I guess that's a good idea to do, you know. And we figured out that these three are like part of the Reject 5, like the outcasts of the school, which is not surprising. I mean, all three of them are definitely weird in their own way. You have Yukihira, which is just very weird personality, like just... I mean, you heard some of the stuff she said there, the stuff with the bugs, the stuff after he made his choice about, you know, whether he would touch her boobs or she would touch his, you know, and she just kept talking about that subject for a while. Just, yeah, she's definitely a little bit weird, to say the least. But also, he's weird. Well, he has his reputation because he obviously does random things all the time because of his choices. But they don't know the choices, so they don't have any context for it. From their perspective, he just randomly does silly things, like he has some kind of mental problem. Basically, so they just do their best to avoid him. Almost like they can sense when he's about to do something weird. They just all just backed up immediately. But like I said, the other girls showed up. Virus protection pop-up. But anyway, the other girl showed up, and she's apparently the daughter of a CEO, so she has like these test products to bring to her high school to have her friends try them out, which includes some like female Viagra that she feeds to her mother secretly. It's a little bit messed up, but you know, I approve. You gotta get that little sister somehow, I suppose, so that was pretty funny. And I do like her. She's fun. We didn't get quite as much of her personality as we did Yukihira's, I don't think, because she showed up a bit later. But still, she seems like a character I would like to get to know a bit better. Personally. See what else? Oh yeah, Utage, the lolly showed up, which I guess is a teacher at the school. You know, lolly teacher, of course she is. And she seems to actually know about his mental choices, which I guess makes sense, because... Oh, it looks like my recording kind of messed up there. There we go. Okay, it's back. Well, is it... It's starting to mess up, that's unfortunate. But anyway, it makes sense that the teacher would know about it, because she obviously... he could get expelled, right? If he does the wrong thing with these choices, he could get expelled from school. So if you have his main teacher, his homeroom teacher, whatever, know about that ahead of time, she can kind of help a little bit, smooth things over. If it's not something too bad. Of course, if it was something absolutely horrible, like, you know, just assaulting all the girls in his class, she probably couldn't do much to help that, but for a bit more minor things, she could help smooth that over. I mean, she didn't seem super willing to do that in the scene we saw her in. She seemed a little bit harsh, but like in kind of a, you know, tough love kind of way, you know. I feel like they're pretty close with that scene. But yeah, she definitely understands what's going on. She's just a little bit playful about it. Playfully, I mean. But yeah, just had to rush back to class before he lost his clothes. And he had to make a couple of choices in that classroom. Like I said, the boob one, which of course he chose the less criminal one, because of course he did. And the one that involved him taking off his shirt and then just yelling around like a true Japanese man, or whatever it was. So yeah, I'm sure after an act like that, he'll get all the ladies. Just it's to be expected. And that was most of the episode. The final scene was just he went home. The Daiko, whatever her name was, she likes him clearly, and the choice was given. He had to have just to hug her, which that was pretty bad. And then he had to choose whether he wanted her to fall from the sky or have a girl fall from the sky. Pretty obvious choice. He chose the girl, and she just kind of landed on him. Wasn't much of a catch on his part, but that was a great landing on her part. Just like, you know, panty shots are an art. A lot of people don't understand that, and that was a really, really good one, I would say. Definitely a lot of skill there. And she said something about wanting to help him, so I'm kind of curious exactly what she's planning on doing. Like, I don't see how she could help. I mean, I would assume it's involved his mental choices in some capacity, but she couldn't really do much to help with that, could she? I don't know what kind of purpose she's supposed to serve. And we still have not met the other members of the Reject 5. That's something to look forward to. I'm sure they all have very unique and fun personalities. But yeah, I think that really is about it for the most part. It's obviously really funny, really crazy anime. It's also funny just seeing the other classmates just like they know that he does these random weird things, and they're just like, oh, okay, just Kanade's going at it again. Let's just watch and be on our guard. You know, they just accept that that's a thing that he does, which is pretty funny. And some very interesting products that she brings to class, to be sure. Hopefully they actually do use them though. But yeah, pretty good start to the show. I feel like they spent a little bit too much time on that first segment of showing all the choices of history. I feel like they could have cut that, like cut a minute or a minute and a half off of that. But it's not that big of a deal. But I do like the characters so far. Definitely some good comedy and chemistry between some of them, and I look forward to seeing more of them. Thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.